Hello, great minds. Good day to you all. How are you doing? I believe you are doing great. Today, we want to talk about another interesting aspect of Linux operating system and bash programming. Today, we want to talk about bash scripting. What actually is bash scripting? Or what is actually scripting before we go to bash? Scripting simply means automating processes or writing a bunch of commands inside a file to achieve a specific goal. Writing a bunch of commands inside a file to achieve a specific goal. And when we talk about bash scripting, it means that writing one or two commands, bash command inside a script to achieve a task. That is what we mean by bash scripting. Now let us give an example. Now let's go. Please go to your terminal. Let us move on. Go to your terminal. Let's say we have a go to a terminal. Now let's say we have a we want to navigate within the file or check something within the file. If you do pwd enter, it tell you that you are in home and in Kali. If you want to do ls, you tell you this is what we have in ls. If you want to do cat, I can say, let me say cat my teacher .ng. You see, this is what is in my teacher.ng. So all those things, if I want to touch file, if I want to create a file, I can say touch. Let me cd to desktop. If I can say touch mkdir, make a directory, make mkdir, I call it bash scripting. I'll cd to it, bash scripting. Touch, let me call it basic scripts, let me call it bash scripting 1, bash scripting 1.sh, or it's too long. Let me call it b scripting. Enter. Now this thing can actually, this thing I did manually can be done at once using a scripting, and that is why bash scripting is very, very important. So let us look at how we can write a bash script. Now let's nano the script we just created. Nano the script we just created. Nano, enter. Now when you nano the script we just created, now the first thing you do in bash scripting is to write the bash declaration or the command declaration. Please note also that bash scripting ends with .sh. Bash scripting ends with .sh. So we have to write a bash declaration is use hash. Let me increase the terminal for you to see it. Use hash /bin. Why is it bin? Because we are writing on the terminal. What type of bin? We have different type of bin. We have ZSH, we have PowerShell, we have Python, and so on and so forth. So we want to say that we are writing this thing on, this thing should be running on the terminal, but it's also bash. So we now say, well, bin bash. So we have hash here. It means to comment, so that this command will not run. This symbol here means declaration /bin/bash. Now when you finish, then you can now, the next thing you do is to write your comment, is to write your command. After you have declared your bash declaration, you write your command. Let's say you want to do pwd, we don't want to do ls, or let's say you want to create a touch. Once you take touch basic script .txt, want to echo something inside it, echo this is my first script. This is my first script. Echo it. Where are we echoing into? We are echoing into the file basic script .txt. Want to cut the file now. Cut basic. I want to echo file successfully created. File successfully created. Now I want to say cut basic script, cut basic script.txt. So this is what we want to do. This is just a simple thing we want to do. So let's say ls. This is the basic thing we want to do. We want to do pwd where we are at the moment. It will tell us where we are. Then it will create a file for us called basic script.txt. Then it will echo this statement inside the file. It will echo this statement inside this file. Then it will also echo file successfully created, and then ls, and then say, and then read the content of the file for us. This is what we want to achieve using this particular script. So when we save, Ctrl O, enter, and Ctrl O, Ctrl O, enter, and then Ctrl S to exit. Now when you finish writing your code, the next thing you need to do is to actually change the permission. For example, if I do ls now if I want to run this thing, there are different ways to run a command. Either you use like this // to run your command, or you put bash at the front to run your command. Let's say we'll put bash at the front. I said bscripting 1.sh. You see that it run the command for, you look at it here, you do pwd first. You say home curly desktop bash script, that's the pwd. Say file successfully created. You do the ls. You do ls for us to see all the file that was created. That's the file that was created, and then you cut it for us. This is so he execute this command for us. He execute this command for us. Now, but this is only when you are running on the bash terminal. What you want to run, if you want to run this thing on another terminal, to give it an executable command. If I use this thing like this, bash bscripting 1.sh, look at it. It said zsh permission denied. Why is permission denied? Permission is denied because I don't have permission to execute this particular script. Now remember what we learned in our bash command when we were learning of ls -l. Let us check for this permission. You can see this file here, this particular file here, it does not have the permission to execute. You only have the permission to read and write. So to give it an executable command, you do chmod, that means change permission or change mode. chmod plus x, plus means addition, s means execution. So bscripting 1.sh. So you enter. If you do ls now, If you do ls minus this, you can see this thing has an executable permission now. You can see that the color too has changed. It has index s now. It's saying now read, write, execute, read, write, execute. So the user has the ability to execute the script now, or the program now. So we now do the slash this again. Look at it. It created the file for us. It said what? Bash scripting pwd file successfully created. It created this file for us automatically, and then it lists out everything that ls for us, and then cut the content of the file. Let us look at what we just did here. Let's look at what we just did here. Let's look at what we just did. Let's reduce it. Let me show you what we just did. Let me open a new terminal and show you. Cd desktop, cd basic bash scripting. So ls nano b scripting 1.sh. Now let me look at what happened. Let's look at this is. Let me move this so that you see what happened. You can see this is the code. You can see this is the code, this is the output. This is the code, this is the output. This is what we just said. It said PWD. Look at the PWD. You remember what PWD means? It means where we are, preview directory. So we said it previewed the directory. We say we are in home, we are in Kali. Then this touch created this file. It created this file. And then this echo now, echo successfully created. This is what it just did. A file successfully created. Then it will do ls. This is the ls. It lists out all the files that are there, just for us to be sure that we created the file. Then it cuts the content of the file. Then look at it. This is my first word script. This particular statement that we enter into this file. So this is how what programming is all about. Or this is what scripting is all about. Writing a bunch of commands, 2 or more commands inside a file to achieve a specific task. What is the task we achieve here? We achieve the task of creating and reading from the file. We achieve the task of creating and reading from inside the file. Thank you very much. See you in our next class. Please make sure you go through the bash command. If you have not actually understand how we get here, go through the bash command and see you in our next class. Thank you.